What's happening, beautiful people? Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. It is a good day to be among the land of the living. And I mean that in every sense of the word. For someone did not make it on last night. Hello, and welcome to my live, Dr. Eve, where we talk about all things living well and no matter what your status is, living well, okay? What does that look like for you? What does that look like for me? And building a strong home economy from the soil up. You all, I'm super excited because I'm getting ready for fall. I'm doing fall prep here in the greenhouse. And I've been working all day, and I'm telling you, it has been quite a journey getting things together. I'm probably going to give you guys a tour of some of the gardens that I've built, of some of the things that I've done here on the homestead and continue to do. Build out the cottage, how we can live well from the soil up. Not just living here in the garden, but living in our homes, living as we travel, living as we work, living as we build agribusinesses or whatever business that is for you, as we take our businesses to new levels as contractors. Because I'm truly excited because I've been a contractor for this year makes 13 years. So I'm super excited about that. But I've been in business since 2001. So that is 24 years of business. So I'm truly excited about that. Even if I am retired, y'all, I'm retired from their world, not mine. Okay, so less government, more me, more control over what I do and say in my space. So super excited. So I'm taking you on a journey with me today. Actually, I am about to clean out all my trays. As you can see here, I have cleaned out the greenhouse. And I mean, I cleaned it out. I literally took everything apart in here. Oops. Y'all, I'm about to break this phone. Let me make sure this thing is tight. Hold on. Because what we're not about to do is mess up this good phone. Okay? So I have cleaned out the greenhouse from the floor up. You know, we talk about from the soil up. So I'm excited because we're doing fall prep, getting ready to get our vegetables in the ground. I will be taking you all on a tour soon of the beds that we have overhauled and amended. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, people, because I think it's critical. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. And I'm so glad that you are here. And I hope that you too are thinking about what your economy looks like. Listen, economy begins at home. Let me bring you all into this greenhouse. This little small greenhouse that I purchased. Quick tent. Love it. No, I'm not an affiliate, maybe one day. But for now, I'm going to sit because I am completely exhausted. I mean, I have been working for days and trying to get things ready for the fall. And I'm excited about the outcomes. I've built 2 decks. I have installed new plants. I'm installing more cottage plants for the garden, overhauling the perennial garden, overhauling all the flooring of our gardens as well. Why? Because it's necessary. So I am super excited. Here we are in the greenhouse, y'all. I had not been able to get in here for a couple of days because it was a mess. Literally because I have been working out in the garden so much that so much stuff was everywhere. But I am not a person who can get unorganized because I can't function if I'm unorganized. So you will see as we tour the garden, not today, but maybe on another day we'll tour the garden. I am extremely meticulous about the garden, about where I place things, beautification, all the things, and I can't function if things are in disarray. But gardens get like that sometimes, right? Especially when you're in between, right? We are now in between fall and basting in the beautiful summer weather that remains. And so we're kind of in between, which is wonderful to have bags, to have raised beds, to have no dig, to have pots, to have all the ways, to have towers, to have all the ways to grow, right? But what I am doing today, right now, is I'm cleaning up because it's important to disinfect your greenhouse because the spiders, the bugs that got in, the ants, the all the things that get in when you are gardening. Sometimes we get spider mites, and I'm going to take this thing down just a little bit so I can sit it on the table. You can get spider mites. You can get all kinds of bugs inside of your greenhouse. So what I am doing is I am disinfecting and overhauling the greenhouse so that it's nice and clean. I start with a fresh start. Hey there. That's not 8th R. Thought that was 8th R. I have a fresh start, and that way, I can disinfect everything and begin again, right? Because the fall, hey there, because the fall brings, it's a new season. It's a brand new season. So what we want to do is make sure that we are disinfecting our garden. So what I'm doing here today is I am cleaning all of my pails. So I've got some soapy water. I'm just going to talk to you all while I do that. I don't know, should I put you on the other side? Yeah, let's try that. Ooh, I better be careful about this water though. This water and me and my phone mess around and be inside the water, but I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. so we gonna put that right there, and we're gonna move this water over. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I'm going to be cleaning out these my pails, all of my trays, because I want them to be nice and clean before I get into the new season. Because when we plant on those racks, we will be planting out, microgreens on these trays, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because in all winter long, I showed you guys how to grow greens in 6 days. Why is that important? Because hunger is on the rise. Hunger is on the rise, and we have to know how to quickly grow some greens. Even if you're on the road, right? You should not, there's no way that you, even during this season, hurricane season, no matter what it is, emergency season, we should always be ready to start again, to begin again. Why? Because we don't ever know what's going to happen, right? We see so much going on in the world right now, and if only they were prepared, right? If only people take being prepared seriously, because you never know where things. We've seen so many floods and so many disasters and so many hurricanes and so many things that have thrown people off their kilter, right? Where they have actually lost everything. So it is my hope to be completely, if I ever were to get in a situation like that, I want to at least be able to, if there's no food anywhere, guys, I at least want to be able to grow some greens in 6 days. You can grow in a couple of days. You can grow sprouts in a couple of days. So if we learn how to do those things, then we'll always be ready. So let me grab my washcloth while I talk to y'all. So you all might have some questions. So while I am washing my pots, because I'm literally washing all of my pots, because I've planted most of my stuff in bags now and in the ground, either in bags, beds, or in the ground. And so now I'm rinsing all of my containers, even my troughs. These troughs like this, they should be rinsed too, because they have, algae, bacteria. If you want to use them again, you want to make sure that you're cleaning them. It's nothing to clean them, y'all, except some dish soap and some rinsing, because remember what I said, the spider mites are terrible. They will take over your entire garden. They will web your food up so bad. Your plants too. They don't care about whether it's an edible or not. They coming for everything. They coming for everything. And so we want to make sure that we are disinfecting and cleaning what we have. So even these, like, you see that? I got a nice thing of soapy water in here. I've redesigned the greenhouse. I put another table in here. I've put some crates, some shelves in here. These are just some Dollar General shelves actually. I'm gonna probably put a couple of small greenhouses in here. It's gonna be it'll be beautiful because all of these greens are gonna be going out into the bed soon. So I gotta plant. We plant in succession, so we have to plant more seeds, right? I got some seeds going over there of chard right now, and I've got still got basil, but I think I have more than enough basil, so I don't think I'm gonna put any more in the ground. But I have a whole nother thing of basil. I probably will give away to my friends, right? Because I have community and I love helping my community to grow as well, because it's not just about me, it's about a community. Because I could be here today, right? And yeah, so I want us to be mindful. Now, I want to talk to you all about those of you who are living in HOAs, because that's been a big deal lately, a big conversation on in my friend circle. They have all of the restrictions of being able to grow in an HOA, and I get that. So they don't want you. I feel like it's a lack of freedom and independence. I hate that for my friends who have moved into these beautiful homes and neighborhoods, and their HOAs are governing everything about their land. I hate that. I think that there should be a law against it. There should be some justice, some social, something you can do to come up against. How can people tell you what to do with your land? And it could simply be because the way they built your land. All your wires are underground, so people get to digging, they might, tear up the land or whatever. But that is exactly why we teach you how to find the proper land, as agents, people who are investors. I'm an investor in real estate, and when I found this place, I was very strategic. First of all, I don't want nothing to do with no HOA, and I need some land, and I need a yard so I can grow some food, and I need to be on the corner. I need all the things, and to God be the glory. I got all the things because you should be looking for things. You should be looking for. I want you all to be paying attention. And I know that I said I'm talking to my HOA people today, because I'm going to get right back to you, but I want you to be paying attention that if you are searching for a home, you are searching for a piece of land, I want you to be very mindful of what you're asking for. Because we looked at homes in the HOAs, but baby, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. And then it didn't have no trees, no natural resources were around. Do you know how important it is for you to have natural resources? Like I've invested a lot of money in my garden, right? But much of why my garden looks like it does is my humble beginnings with the resources that I've had on the land. So that is very, very, very critical for us to be able to scout out what it is we want. And I'm probably gonna, I've done some, I did a whole series actually, a blog on looking for land, agriculture, the whole thing. So I think I may put that in video form, or maybe in a PDF for folks to get and grab, because I did all of that on a blog. I actually did that series here on YouTube as well. Maybe I'll do a playlist of it so that you all can, check that out, because it is so important for you to be able. I'm telling you, I love starting again. I love starting again as well. And I begin again every single day. Why? Because it's a new day. It's a new day. Don't y'all get me started, okay? Because I have to go bury my brother on Saturday. But I am in really good spirits. And I know I'm jumping all over the place. But I'm going to make the playlist for you. I'm going to make the playlist for you so you can know how to find property. But then the thing I want to talk to HOA owners, those who are in HOA zones, I want you to consider, really, really consider bags, grow houses, indoor growing, Vigo gardening, tower gardening, all of the things. I'm not an affiliate for any of those things because I show people how to do it on a budget, which means a lot of my stuff comes straight from the Dollar Tree, okay? Because it's an economy is keep more of your money, all right? Um, and I can do the same thing in those towers as I can in the $90 tower. So I'm doing it actually growing beans. One tower has beans, one tower has greens, and one tower has what is it? Beans. Oh, bok choy. So I do the same thing that people do in those tall, expensive gardens as I do in my Dollar Tree. It's all about your soil. It's all about the soil. It's all about your foundation. Remember, we talking about the nutrients that you give to your plants, how you take care of them. Okay. So again, I teach on a budget, so I'm not into all of that. So, I may have one day just to try it out, but for now, I don't want people to think. I don't want you to think that you got to go out and spend a whole lot of money to make this happen for yourself, because you keeping more of your money is more important to me. By keeping more of your money, I mean keeping more of your money with safe food, meaning don't eat out as much. If you're going to eat out, find a coupon. Save your coupons. Whatever happened to coupon clipping, y'all? Why don't we clip anymore? If you want to save money, you know that the prices are high. Maybe clip a coupon if you have one day a week that you go out and eat versus every day of the week. Me and my husband had lunch today and we had a burger. He took me out to get a burger today, and rightfully so, because I'm completely exhausted. I told him I'm having a balance issue, a balance between growing this food out here and moving and working so hard that it's really hard to get inside to cook. Hey, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. Well, that's Andres. Andres. Hey there. Welcome. Thank you. So again, what are we doing here? I am cleaning and sanitizing all of my summer containers. They're reusable because what we're not going to do is keep buying them. And so we're getting them ready to put up in case, we don't need them right now, because everything is in the ground now. Or most things are in the ground or in bags. So I am cleaning them up, these containers up, my containers, so that I can store them. And then I have these other containers that I use for microgreens, these containers. So we're going to be cleaning those up and preparing for microgreen season. I grow microgreens a lot, and especially in the winter, because I can grow them indoors. But my greenhouse is going to be in full effect in the fall as well. It's nice and warm in here. It is warm in here. It's not fall yet. It's still summer, y'all. We're still summering. Summer is still summering. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. Letting my vegetables, and just brought them into the sun houses into the sunroom as well, outside of the greenhouse that I have on the porch. And the greenhouse that I keep on the porch has a zipper, so it stays warm in there. It stays warm in there. That's where I start seeds, but I can start seeds anywhere, but I like to start seeds in that because it has zippers on it, so that and it has more heat, so that the vegetables can grow, right? Because it's important. Hey, Glenn, good to see you. What am I doing? I am cleaning my containers and preparing my greenhouse for the fall. Yeah, so I thought I'd come in and talk to you all while I was doing this. I've been working all day. I've built several decks. I really want to share it with y'all, but I'm going to share maybe on Sunday. Maybe I'll share on Sunday, because I am really in need of a vacation at some point, y'all. Whew. I haven't had one this summer. Last year, this time, I was in Ghana. And when I came back from Ghana, my whole life changed because I really understood some things that I needed to be doing for myself and for my community, because I saw where we were headed. And I've been seeing that for a while now. 2020 has, I started growing back in 2020 when I heard the Lord tell me, not you, but me, to prepare myself, right? And I started just growing where I was. I had not moved in my house yet. I didn't have any land. We have land, but we didn't know what to do with it, right? Um, but we had just bought, we didn't buy the house until 2021. So old man winter is right around, he sure is right around the corner. It be feeling like it. Look, I don't know, this weather is about to get real rocky. So yeah, this weather is about to get real uncertain, okay? So we have to make sure that we are prepared. And we can't be too prepared, you know. You can never be too prepared. But as a grower, as someone whose lifestyle centers home economies and lifestyle built off of your home economy, then it requires me to be ahead of the curve, right? So that I can teach others to get prepared as well. Because if we are not working ahead of the game, then we can find ourselves in a really tough place. Now I've got all of these cleaned, all of them nice and fresh. We're gonna rinse those off a little later. My important thing is to get these trays. These are my grow trays, y'all. These are grow trays, and this is where I grow my microgreens, and I grow them in the grow houses that are on the porch. And I grow in the house during the winter. I used them last winter. Whoo, I'm telling you, grew some beautiful greens. You hear me? Hey there. Hey, EC Duman. So I'm just getting the soil and the debris and things off. Because we had a spider mite issue this summer. And we still do. But baby, when the winter settle, I'm going to get to them. And a lot of my soil is covered up now because I put down winter cloth. I put down cloth because I wanted to. Because I was tired of fighting the weeds. I don't know about y'all, but I'm 62 and baby, what I'm not going to do is keep fighting weeds. That's the worst. You know, planting and growing can be arduous enough, or getting the process down can be arduous enough without having to fight weeds. So if you are older out there, put that cloth down. Don't care what nobody else say. Put that cloth down, because I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get me a studio chair. I'm gonna get me a studio chair so I can sit up higher and talk to y'all. But for now, this is what I have, okay? We are cleaning my microgreen trays. I actually grow more than that on here. I start on these things too. I will start in those little pans and these trays, and start some seeds. I'll start them in abundance, like a lot at one time, and then I will, because my goal is nursery, y'all. I'm a business. Yep, I'm a licensed business. For those of you, in case you did not know, I am a business owner. I'm a contractor. And I contract my services. Did you know you could do that? Did you know you could grow and contract your services in areas wherever you have the expertise? And for those of you who did not know, I am a PhD in health and human services, and by trade, and that is what I operate under those premises, and combating situations that may cause people to live unhealthy, combating chronic illness, combating societal issues, all those things. That is still very much a part of my life, even though I do not work a job. I am an entrepreneur. So, but I use all my knowledge understanding and wisdom as an entrepreneur. And I love that for me. And I teach others to do the same. So these are the trays, these are the microgreen trays, in case you have not seen them. These are, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put this down lower because it's hurting my back. Hold on. I'm going to put this water on the floor. Whew. We're going to put it on the floor. And we're going to put the camera down here too. Or what I'll do is I'll put one of the stands up, one of the legs up, so I can still talk to y'all. Because I got to keep the camera away from the water. Because I am cleaning trays. Let's do this. Hey. Now. Can y'all see me? Okay. So you might can't see me down here in this water, but ooh, that hurt my back. I needed to come down off of that table because it was hurting my back. I needed to sit down. Your girl is tired. She's been working hard. So I'm getting these trays cleaned, my microgreen trays cleaned up. I could have just sprayed them, but I'm using dish detergent, Dawn, because I need to get any spider mite residue off of my trays. So we can start fresh. Start fresh for the fall. Right? That's what these are, my microgreen trays. Let me turn around so maybe you can see it as I'm. So yeah, I'm gonna reposition this phone. Okay, can you see better now? All right, so that's what I'm doing, y'all. I have a whole pail of water down here, and I'm mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are real, and don't be having water around because they. But I made some cream, y'all. I might make y'all some. I might decide to sell it. And it lasts me all summer. It lasts me all summer. That lemongrass, I told y'all about that lemongrass that I made out of jojoba oil and lemongrass and aloe vera. What else did I use? Peppermint, lavender. I used rosemary, and I used another butter, but for some reason I can't think of the name of it. I have so many butters in there that I use as foundational butters for when I make things, because I, as much as possible, stay out of the store. But I'm really trying to find the one product that, some products maybe that I'll sell at different times of the year, so that you all can get some of the products that, or support some of them, or you know, maybe you want them. I would rather you want and need them than to just be supporting. You know, I want to be able to say I'm solving a problem, not just, you know, hey guys, I need your support, buy this. No. I want to attract the right customer who needs the product. Right? That's the way you do it. So who's still here? Say hello. Say hello, people. I'm going to have to go get that 10 in a minute because these mosquitoes are coming into the greenhouse, and they don't, you know, this water is that time of the day. It's that time of the day. But anyway, I cleaned the entire greenhouse out. I'm going to put down some diatomaceous earth for all the spiders. You know, I had a spider in here, a rider spider in here. And he protected everything, or she, I don't know what it was, and left a big old sack, so it probably was a female. Let's find a nice sack. What are the green trays? The green trays are microgreen trays. Microgreen, and we're just cleaning them up, making sure they're nice and clean, disinfected, so that when we get ready to plant um, for the fall, they are all clean. I'm a big proponent of fresh starts. Fall, spring, summer, and winter. You know, it's all about seasons. I wrote a book. I am actually I have a series of books, and I need to do better at marketing them. One book I started, my several books actually, but my dissertation is about the use of technology in practice, like this. Like how we use technology, why is it important, you know? But we have new issues now with technology, because that was cutting edge at that time, but stuff moves so quickly. It doesn't mean that my dissertation is obsolete. It means that I must continue to advance that. Even back in 2016 when I did that research, we're now in 9 years later in AI, you know, doing a deep comparison of where we were then and where we are now would be a nice paper. I'm thinking about doing that, just to talk about the advances, adding on, and for those who are in research, what does it all mean? What does AI mean to the researcher uh, beyond where we are? You know, how do we use it in practice? You know, because that for me was what my dissertation and my work was really all about, is utilizing technology in practice. And now we have AI. And the way I use AI now is I use it in focal groups. That's my daughter. Hold on, everybody. Hey, people. Could y'all hear me? Yeah, so. Anyway, so back to, you know, the discussion at hand is, you know, utilizing AI as a researcher is a good thing. And because the way I use it, like after I've gathered all the data, for example, in my use of AI, I will use it to organize the information that I give it. Why? Because it can do that. It can handle lots of information at one time. But you have to be smart enough to give it the instructions that you want it to follow. You know, AI is not the boss of us. We have to be the boss of AI. You understand? It's only as good as the people who use it. Now, can it get beyond itself? Yep, it can. And that's kind of scary. But for me, I use it as a tool to organize my data, organize work that I may have had some focal group conversations, that people's names and everything is confidential. So I may use a number. Say for example, I'll use a number. Everybody's sample number 1, sample number 2, sample number 3. And I focus on qualitative research because I am a qualitative researcher. I love conversations with people, and I love having people, what people care about, spoken language, you know, like not necessarily numbers. Will I use surveys? Absolutely. But I love having conversations in real life, talking about real life experience. So that's more important to me than the numbers. because people's conversations are numbers too, right? So anyway, I am going to um, finish up these trays, but for my folks on them HOAs, I want y'all to hang in there with me because I have something coming up for you all to really think about, from one plant, one pot to one plot. You can have and you can grow food too. So I want you all, I have something special coming up that's just specifically for those of you who live in HOAs. And so if you are somebody who lives in a neighborhood and they told you you can't grow some food, there's, my grandma used to say, there's more than one way to skin a, I won't even say it because somebody might hate me for it, but that's what my grandma used to say, and I didn't like it. I was like, well, why would you want to do that to an animal? But my grandma's, well, the gist of it was, is there's more than one way to do something, right? There's more than one way to do a thing, right? And so that's the most important thing, is how do we do it when we have these restrictions, right? How do we do it when we have these restrictions? So that's coming up soon. And really, that's all I have for now, y'all, because let me move this one because I don't want my phone to go into that water. So bring you all closer. So at any rate, I have washed all of my trays. I got some more in the smaller greenhouses. I'm going to work on those. Put these in the water. I've cleaned most of these trays off. And I'm going to grab some spray because the mosquitoes are about to, it's their time. It is their time, and I don't mess around in these evening hours because these mosquitoes will eat you alive. So I cleaned off all of my tables and everything. You want to clean down things. You want to be presentable. Remember that when you are growing food, your environment matters too. All of that matters because you are growing food that you will be ingesting. And so for me, it's equally important because I take some of my things to market, right? And when I'm taking my things to market, I want to make sure that I am giving my folks safe food, all right? Safe, 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 safe. That matters to me, all right? So that's all I have for right now. This is Dr. Eve coming to you from the greenhouse here on the Genevieve Estates and Pharmacy, where we talk about all things living well and growing your economy from the soil up. And that means if we start with the soil, then we can work out our economy and how we grow other things in our home, our finances, our spirituality, our mental health, all the things, our clothing. What do we need for our families? What can we do in the home? How can we minimize? How can we spend less and have more of our money? That is really, really important. Our lifestyle depends on that, right? Not saying, even as an investor, this is my lifestyle. Why? Because that's the only way I was able to invest. I need you to hear that again. That my lifestyle is what afforded me the opportunity to become an investor. That's it. That's all. Put the money on punishment. It's not because I didn't have it. It's because, baby, the money not getting spent. They not stealing from me, okay? You can let them steal from you, or you can give it to them. Those are the things, all right? But the bottom line is, in order for us to have more, we have to spend less. So, anyway, on that note, I am saying toodaloo. I hope you have the most amazing day, and whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to be coming. All right, folks. Bye for now.